Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers tease the alibi game in Port Charles is getting dicey as Jacinda, Paige Herschel, whispers to Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, that she's not convinced their story about being together the night of Drew Kane's, Cameron Matheson, shooting is sticking. Previews for next week show Jacinda voicing her doubts, fearing cracks in their cover could crumble under scrutiny, especially if Drew, recovering in the hospital, points the finger at Michael as his shooter. Jacinda is rattled, unwilling to risk being labeled an accomplice to attempted murder or aiding a fugitive. Will Michael smooth things over with cash, or will Jacinda up the ante, perhaps blackmailing him into a fake relationship that sees her moving into the Quartermain gatehouse with him and his kids? Ironically, this reeks of something Drew would do to Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen. Jacinda's unease stems from sensing others, like Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, or Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, aren't buying their Port Charles Grill Rendever's tale. If Drew accuses Michael from his hospital bed, her nerves could fray further, turning a simple alibi into a liability. Fans suspect Jacinda's innocence makes her wary. She doesn't want to go down for a crime she didn't commit. Michael's desperation to protect his custody of Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, Viron Weaver, Sequoia, and Serenity Morkmako might push him to pay her off, but if she smells blood, she could demand more, leveraging the alibi to insert herself into his life. Michael is in a bind. His alibi with Jacinda was meant to shield him from suspicion, but her doubts could unravel it. If he ups the cash to keep her quiet, it buys time, but Jacinda's opportunistic vibe suggests she might escalate, blackmailing him into a relationship for cover. Imagine her moving into the gatehouse, playing stepmom to his kids. It's a Drew-level ploy, mirroring his schemes. Michael's focus on family stability might make him cave, but exposing this to Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, or Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, could blow everything. Will he go that far to stay free? If Jacinda pushes for a staged relationship, it could shield them both but risk real feelings, or real fallout. Michael's lingering Willow wounds make him vulnerable, but Jacinda's shady past could trap him in a web. If Drew's accusation sticks, this romance might be his lifeline, but fans feel it's a trap tying him to a wild card. Drew's similar tactics add irony. Will Michael forgive Willow if his own shortcomings, caving to Jacinda's manipulations the way Willow did to Drew's, mirror hers? Port Charles is never short of intrigue, and the latest General Hospital spoilers reveal that Michael Corinthos finds himself in deeper water than ever before. The pressure is on, and Jacinda, the woman who has quickly become entangled in his mess, is stepping in with a risky plan that could change everything. Secrets are swirling, the stakes are sky high, and the future of both Michael and Jacinda may hinge on one dangerous decision: fabricating an alibi convincing enough to withstand scrutiny from the sharpest investigators in town. But in true GH fashion, nothing ever goes smoothly, and this plan may unleash consequences that nobody saw coming. Michael has always been the Corinthos family's golden boy, a man caught between his loyalty to his father Sonny's empire and his own desire to forge a more honest path. Yet with recent accusations against him, his world is unraveling. Drew's shooting and the fallout from ongoing mob rivalries have cast suspicion squarely in Michael's direction. Now, with law enforcement sniffing around and enemies waiting to exploit his vulnerability, Michael is desperate for a way out. Enter Jacinda, a mysterious figure whose connection to Michael is more complicated than anyone realizes. She is clever, resourceful, and just reckless enough to think she can outsmart the system. The heart of this storyline is the alibi itself. GA spoilers tease that Jacinda proposes they fabricate a timeline, placing them together on the night everything went wrong. The key detail: they must make their story airtight enough that neither Jordan Ashford nor Dante Falconeri can poke holes in it. Michael isn't thrilled at the thought of lying, but when the alternative could mean jail time, or worse, he knows he doesn't have a choice. His hesitation only makes Jacinda more determined, as she insists that sticking together is their only chance at survival. Complicating matters is Willow, who senses Michael is hiding something. Willow's instincts have always been sharp, and she can tell that her husband's sudden late nights and cryptic behavior aren't just stress from work. Jacinda, meanwhile, knows Willow could be the wild card who blows their cover without even trying. This sets up a tense dynamic where Michael is torn between his loyalty to Willow and his growing reliance on Jacinda. For viewers, this triangle raises the emotional stakes. Can Michael keep Willow in the dark, or will his lies destroy their marriage before the truth about Drew's shooting even comes to light? Spoilers also suggest that Dante won't back down in his investigation. His close bond with Michael makes this case particularly complicated. Dante doesn't want to believe his brother could be guilty, but his police instincts are screaming that something isn't right. He's committed to following the trail of evidence, even if it leads him straight to Michael. This sets up an intense cat-and-mouse game, with Michael and Jacinda trying to stay one step ahead of Dante's questions. But how long can they keep their story straight when the walls are closing in? Adding to the tension is Carly, who has her own suspicions. Carly knows Michael better than anyone, and she can see the fear in his eyes. If she discovers Jacinda's involvement, sparks are sure to fly. Carly has never been one to sit on the sidelines, and she may take drastic action to protect her son, even if that means exposing Jacinda or going toe-to-toe with her. Carly's fierce love could either save Michael from disaster or blow his carefully constructed alibi to pieces. There's also the looming threat of Sonny. While Sonny is dealing with his own enemies, spoilers hint that he will eventually catch wind of Michael's troubles. Sonny isn't the kind of man who tolerates lies, especially not from his own family. If he learns Michael is covering something up, Sonny might step in to fix things in his own brutal way. That could mean protection, but it could also mean putting Michael in even greater danger. And Jacinda. She's smart enough to know that if Sonny finds out she's manipulating his son, she could end up on the wrong side of Corinthos justice. The beauty of this storyline is how many layers it adds to Michael's character. For years, he's tried to walk the line between his father's mob world and his mother's more grounded, moral perspective. Yet here he is cornered, forced into deception, and turning to someone outside of his family for salvation. Jacinda represents both danger and possibility, someone who pushes Michael out of his comfort zone. But will she be his downfall or his unlikely savior? GA spoilers tease that the plan they hatch is incredibly detailed. They rehearse their story over and over, making sure they know what time they were supposedly together, where they went, and who might have seen them. They even create digital footprints, social media posts, credit card swipes, and phone calls to back up their claims. Jacinda's brilliance is in the details, and for a while, it looks like they might just get away with it. But Port Charles has a way of making sure no secret stays buried for long. Fans should brace themselves for a slow burn unraveling. Maybe Willow notices something about Jacinda's timeline that doesn't make sense. Maybe Dante finds surveillance footage that contradicts their story. Or maybe Jacinda herself slips up, saying something she shouldn't in front of the wrong person. Each layer of deception increases the tension, and when the truth finally explodes, the fallout could reshape not just Michael's life, but the entire Corinthos family dynamic. The storyline also begs the question, who exactly is Jacinda? GA spoilers hint that she may have ties to more than one powerful figure in town. Some fans are speculating that she could be connected to Valentine Casadine, or even working secretly with Selena Wu. If true, that means her loyalty to Michael could be questionable at best. Is she really helping him, or is she playing a much bigger game? Ultimately, Michael and Jacinda's plan to shore up their alibi is less about tricking the police and more about the moral crossroads it creates. How far is Michael willing to go to protect himself? What sacrifices will he make to keep Willow safe? And when the dust settles, will Jacinda still be by his side, or will she be the one to betray him? General Hospital thrives on these complex, layered plots that force characters into impossible situations. Michael's latest predicament is no exception. Whether his alibi holds or crumbles under pressure, one thing is certain. This storyline is about to test every relationship in his life and push him into territory he never thought he'd enter. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.